Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Derailious, and welcome back to Skyblock News. Today we're going to be talking about probably one of the most interesting and crazy features that the admins are planning to add. Ability Transfusion. The admins state here, hello. Today we are opening up alpha to test a new feature that we are planning to add very soon. This feature allows players to extract active abilities from items and transfuse them onto other items. This means you will be able to place any ability of your choosing on any item, mostly weapons, of your choice, although obviously certain restrictions will still apply. Below is the functionality that has been set up on alpha to allow players to test. Roger is an NPC that you can find on the End Island, straight across from the Lone Adventurer, in a small cave behind the Big Hole. Talking to him will make him move to the hub at certain coordinates. Once you complete his quest, he will give you the option to either extract, reset, or transfuse items. To extract an item, place the item you would want to permanently unlock the ability of inside his menu and click Accept. This will permanently co-op soulbind the item. However, you will now be able to transfuse the ability onto many other items as you please. To transfuse an item, place the item you would like to add or change the ability of on the left side of the menu. Choose one of your extracted abilities on the right to transfuse the ability onto your item. This will temporarily co-op soulbind the item as long as the new ability is present on the weapon. To remove the co-op soulbind, you can reset your ability at Roger and it will be tradable again. Certain items have abilities that cannot be extracted or transfused onto other items, such as Aspect of the Jerry, for balancing or other reasons. If you feel like an ability should be able to be changed, and it's not, please let us know. The difference between abilities and passives has been made more obvious. Certain abilities of weapons have been moved to passives. To be classified as an ability, the ability must have an active trigger, which wasn't the case on a number of items such as the cleaver. Passives are not extractable or transfusible. As well as this, the transmission tuner has been changed to work with Roger, and the Wither Scrolls Implosion, Wither Shield, and Shadow Warp are now ability scrolls and can be extracted. Ability damage scaling has been changed for all abilities and now is the same for every weapon. This means there will be no longer abilities that scale faster or slower depending on your intelligence. The base ability damage of abilities has been changed accordingly. Certain weapons have also been recategorized into wands. They've been looking into this idea for a while now, and here's the reason they want to do it. They want players to not feel restricted to certain weapons specifically because one ability is better than others. That may hinder players from swapping to better gear with better stats as often during their progression with the game. Being able to transfer abilities onto other items will shift the meta more frequently and allow for more versatile builds. It'll also be easier for them to implement new weapons into the game that are more impactful, as a simple stat increase can make a huge difference. It will also be more easy to balance abilities and items. This is obviously a massive change, and I'm going to go over it in game in a second, but I do want to give my first initial thoughts. I think, despite the fact that we see a lot of negative voting here, I think we should let this come through into the game and initially receive some sort of testing. I do think something like this is an interesting concept. I don't really know if this is going to be a good thing for the game. Personally, when I first saw this, I was very skeptical. But I do think that it will allow for the things they're talking about here, notably with regards to meta changes and stuff like that. If it makes it easier to develop for the game, I think they should take that jump. I know this is a big change, people are going to be very weirded out by it, but I do think this might have potential. So here we are on the Alpha Network, and we can see Roger over here. I know that's probably not how his name is pronounced, but I really can't be bothered. As you can see, he says, "Hi, nice to meet you," and he has some intriguing news to share with us. He's a researcher specializing in the art of transfusion. He's seeking an artifact that is rumored to possess great power, and as he can expect, the journey has been very dangerous. However, he says if we join forces, basically we'll be able to get it done, so let's do that. I accept. Excellent, he says. Next, he's going to tell us that there's going to be a force to be reckoned with, and yada yada. The artifact has a crazy amount of potential, but we'll find it in no time. and then he'll also tell you to go to the hub. So after that is done, you'll be able to actually head to the hub and find Roger. So as we can see, there's this new building in the hub, and we have to go in here to speak to Roger, and he's through a bunch of other people. And he states he's had a recent conversation with an old friend of his, the wizard, and basically there's a possibility of reconstructing the artifact by extracting the essence of certain weapons, and he'll be able to transfuse those, aspects or those abilities onto other weapons. We once again have to accept here that we do want to, actually do it. So start off with a rogue sword here. I actually have to find one, I think. I don't even know if I have one on me. Alright, so we got our rogue sword over here, and now we're going to run back to Roger the NPC, and we're going to transfuse this item. And as you can see, he says, let me try to extract its essence, and then we have to hand him the ability through this. And as you can see, we can extract this speed boost. And it does a little animation, which is pretty cute. You actually get some Skyblock XP for this, which is pretty neat, and the whole menu opens up. Once you're able to actually apply and move stuff to whenever you want, let's just, I don't know, move it onto something dumb. I'm trying to think about like an item that would be silly and goofy to apply it to. Let's take this ancestral spade, or I don't know, yeah, my hype. That sounds like a great idea. Certainly this will have no issues whatsoever. And we have to click the anvil here, and we can transfuse it. It only costs like 5,000 coins. It's a comically cheap thing to do. So there, now we can claim the item. Now it has the perk on it, which gives you speed boost, which is probably the most cursed thing you could ever put on a hype. But now you can do that, apparently. You can also extract abilities of other items. So if I put this in here, there's nothing on here to extract. I think I have to do something different with this. Let's see, cleanse. There we go. I guess technically it doesn't have the scroll abilities on it, so don't do this on the main server, but otherwise I would be able to extract those 3 here, and then I'd be able to transfer them around, and also I'm able to do the same with any other sword that has, like, an ability. So here's, like, a wither cloak. Let me just extract it through here, and there we go, creeper veil, and then you're able to extract it, and that's another thing you can do, and it gets added to the menu here. And obviously the cost here is a little bit different. There's a bunch of abilities here, as you can see. Double jump, improved double jump, bad health is here, spirit glide, fire freeze. All of these abilities are now in this menu. This will change Skyblock forever. People will be making crazy builds and crazy items that they're able to just put together. And I honestly don't even know what will end up happening with this. And Wither Impact is part of this. It's right there, as you can see. So even Hyperion will be affected by this. I know this was kind of a long video showing over the process here, but I do want to show everybody, like, how this works and how big of a deal this is. Pretty much any ability on any item that you can think of is part of this list. You can put these abilities on anything you want. Obviously, I'm noticing a lot of fear in the community about something like this because of how massive of a change this is. And change is scary, especially in a game like Skyblock. But it has happened many times before. Metas need to change. Things need to be different. We shouldn't be grinding for the same items 5 years from now as we were 5 years ago. And if this gives the admins the opportunity to create new items and new abilities that are interesting and fun and make the game more intriguing for a longer term in terms of how long it's going to last, I think they should give it a shot. I don't know if this in its current form is worthwhile or beneficial to the game. Maybe there needs to be a few more restrictions here or there. But I think fundamentally the system is interesting, and at the very least, for some of the weaker abilities, this could be a really cool way to give them some more longevity. I do want to hear what you guys think. Obviously, this is a crazy change. So much stuff is different about this. This effectively changes the entire way Skyblock is played. You're hunting abilities to put them on other items now, and really, I don't know if people are going to like it long term. I haven't looked too much into whether people really like it. I've seen a lot of skepticism, but I haven't seen like outright hatred yet, but maybe I will in the comments down below, so hey, let me know. At the end of the day though, my name is Derailious. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future, fellas, because I will see you then.